let's go get my badge on Let's Play Pokemon Crystal. So, we're in front of the house where we need to do the little test, and this test involves a little quiz, where we have to answer 5 questions. Pal or friend would be acceptable here. Strategy or raising would be acceptable here, not cheating though. Anybody is acceptable for raising Pokemon. Love or knowledge would be acceptable, and you want to pick both here. Basically, make yourself sound like a really good guy. Even if you have to lie, the game will be able to tell. It's not like they're strapping you up to a lie detector, and it'll beep every single time you lie. So, and then Claire appears all of a sudden, rather convenient, and she hasn't passed the test. She can't lie. Okay, so why is she the gym leader then? I could be the gym leader. I'd be a great gym leader, better than her. I'd use something other than Dragonair. Okay, so we get the Rising badge finally. That's our 8th badge. It lets us use Waterfall outside of battle, which is our last HM, which we got in the Ice Path. And yeah, that's pretty much a summary of all that. So it's a quick little area. I have no idea why they made us do this, other than place rare Pokemon in the area. This is the only area that you can find it, and it's one of only 2 Pokemon that you can find it here. The other one is Magikarp. You know, Claire could have used Gyarados. I mean, it is pretty. It can learn some Dragon-type moves like Dragon Breath, and it's big and threatening and stuff. But whatever. Bunch of Dragonairs it is then. So anyways, we can find one special Pokemon here, one that I really like. However, over at this side of the area we can find the Dragon Fang. Unfortunately, that is not the item that will evolve Seadra into Kingdra, that's the Dragon Scale. The Dragon Fang just powers up the damage of Dragon-type moves, so there you go. Now then, this Pokemon that I'm talking about, the very special one, the one that I really like, can be found while surfing. Most of the time you'll find Magikarp, which is annoying, but sometimes you'll find this Pokemon. You will find it around level 10, which is very weak for this point in the game. So you're going to want to bring something that can either give burn or poison. Poison's better because Will-O-Wisp is the only real attack that'll just give burn and nothing else. However, there are a bunch of Pokemon that can use poison powder, such as my Parasect. So we're going to use Parasect to catch it. We're going to cut to it. It is Dratini! Like you couldn't guess. We're in a Dragon Den, and like the only Dragon Pokemon at this point, really. Either way. So, Poison does an 1/8 of damage, or a 16th. It's either an 1/8 of the HP or a 16th. Pretty sure it's an 1/8. It might be a 16th. I can't make up my mind. Either way, a little bit of damage, status ailment, Ultra Ball, we caught it. So Dratini is a pretty awesome Pokemon, Dragon type, obviously. It's the only Dragon type Pokemon for a while. Well, its family was the only Dragon type for a while. And it evolves at level 30 into an even awesomer Pokemon, one that I really like. It's not as bulky, and by that I mean like not as big, like fat as Dratini, but it's just bigger and cooler, and it's got like the little ball by its neck. That's really cool. And Dragonair evolves again at level 55 into Dragonite. Dragonite I don't like as much as Dratini or Dragonair. It's a big change from what it once was. I mean, straight down to the color and body. But now it actually kind of looks like a dragon, although a little bit too happy for a dragon. That's my only thing against it. And the wings are a little small for its gigantic body. But, you know, whatever. It's their choice. It's the designer's choice. Anyways, Dragonite is learning Wing Attack, which is an okay flying type move. Not really, but it'll work. Okay then, from Blackthorn, we can head downwards into Route 45, the technically final route of the game. Well, of Johto. But, now then. In this route we could find Gravelers, which will self-destruct, so you don't want to meet up with those. And you could also find Donphan if it's the morning or day. This will split into a section that you could reach from the very beginning of the game, where if it was morning, you could find Phanpy. Unfortunately, it wasn't morning when I went through this area, so I couldn't catch Phanpy. It's that simple. Basically, for the rest of the part, we're going to be finishing up catching the last few Pokemon I missed of Johto, and then we're going to go off to Victory Road and all that stuff to finish up the game. But wait, we're only like around 125 at the least. There's still 120 or something to go. Must be a lot of endgame stuff then. Either way, so just generic hiker. At this point, the trainers really don't matter. They've been stuck around the mid-20s forever, so they really don't matter. Oh, hi Mom. What, you buy me something? So, a doll. You bought me a doll. That is fantastic. I've always wanted a doll. No, forget the Moonstones. I want you to buy me dolls. Not even an action figure. A doll. A freaking doll. Really. Oh well. Max Potion, that's okay. Down here, that's another trainer. Ace trainer, probably. Well, okay. Whatever. I'm still gonna beat you. So, a cool trainer or whatever. Meryl, and guess what? Level 27. I almost said 25, but that was close enough. And my Pokemon are all almost 50, or Dragonite's at 55. He's overpowered, but I just wanted that Dragonite. Anyways, Feraligatr and Hypno around level 50. So, Dragonite isn't that overpowered. Yeah, and everybody else is like mid-40s. So, it's all good. It's fine. The levels are actually pretty good. The levels will suddenly jump with the Elite Four, so their Pokemon will actually be around level 50 or so. But that's because they do this for a living. All these trainers just stand around and wait for you to come on by. Magneton is so close to a level up, it's annoying. Oh hey, it's Mom again. Hi. Now you buy an item? I'm going broke here. It better be a Moonstone. Either way. So we can head down here and completely miss that guy, oh well. And get a nugget, we can sell that for 5,000 Poké dollars, or whatever they are. Anyway, what do we have here? Gligar. I like Gligar. He's an okay Pokemon, ground flying, so that's a weird combination. But then again, Johto had quite a few weird combinations. But Gligar is pretty cool. His design is awesome. A flying scorpion, what's more deadly than that? Perhaps his evolved form, which he doesn't get till Sinnoh. But I really like it. I can never tell what type his evolved form is. Like, sometimes I think it's got a dark type in it as well. Like, it could very well be ground to dark, maybe. I don't think they got rid of the ground type, though. They might have changed the flying to dark. I really don't know. I didn't follow it as much in Diamond and Pearl and Platinum. So, hooray. By the way, Gligar, Pokemon that we haven't caught yet. And that's why we're showing it. Of course. And it is a sand attack type Pokemon. Oh well. Doing very little damage. Okay, well, that's kind of a good thing, because we don't want to kill it. Hey, we didn't get poisoned. That's super effective. Oh yeah, Parasect is part grass, isn't it? I think. I don't know. So, anyway. Ultra Ball will hopefully catch this Gligar. And we can move on. So, 2, 3, done. So we got Gligar, that's one of the new Pokemon in this route. There's also, off the top of my head, there's the Donphan, as I mentioned before. There's Skarmory. I'm gonna end up catching a Phanpy and evolving it, by the way. I'm not gonna catch a Donphan. There's Skarmory too, couple others that I just can't remember, I think. But that hiccup. Well, burp. There was a hiccup and then a burp, it was weird. Whoa, berry tree, this like mystery berry, what does that do? I think it heals 10 PP on a move, it's kind of like an ether. I don't really know. So anyway, yeah, that's the branching path. We got as much stuff as we can, and that's all I'm going to show. Route 46, this is a short one. And more berry trees, wow. And just a regular berry. That's helpful at this point of the game, not really. And this one contains Purr's Cure Berry, that's okay. Better than a regular berry. I believe that this is another entrance into the Dark Cave. It is, we'll go there later. What else do we have? We'll go down here. Oh, great, a trainer. He's a hiker, isn't it? Alright. He's confident. Good. Confidence is good, young Padawan. Speaking of Padawan, Darth Vader. We haven't seen him in a short while. Last time we saw him was in the radio tower. He kicked his butt. I wonder how he's doing. Oh well. 5 Pokemon, all level 13. This guy just proves my point. At this point, there's really no use in fighting very many of the trainers. They are all incredibly weak. And I really hope that this was fixed in the remakes, Heart Gold and Soul Silver, because there really isn't. It's horrifically easy. I haven't played the remakes, although I have been playing with my Wii's Let's Play of it. So, there have been a few changes, but not much. Most of it was just to get the Johto Pokemon accessible again. So, you don't have to like hack them all into Diamond and Pearl or whatnot if you want to get a couple, or you're going for the full Pokedex. Hector Bailey. I just beat HC Bailey, oh my god, hooray. So, next up, we have random Pokemon. It's something completely pointless. So yeah, that grass patch that we were just in, we could have reached from the very beginning of the game if we went through that door. Now this place looks familiar. Or maybe not, it's been 30 parts. Either way. Are you ready to fight level 2 Pokemon again? Nope, I'm not. So yeah. Here we are. New Bark Town. We're home. And it's Professor Elm. Hi. Okay. It's going great. Good. And we get the Master Ball. The best ball in the game. It's guaranteed catch. I'm gonna save it for something that's difficult to catch. A legendary Pokemon. Yep, I will. It'll be very helpful in my all 251 run. So then. Next up. We'll talk to Mom if we want. Because at a certain point, she will stop buying stuff for you. So, I'm going to take all my money. I have 40,000 with me. No, I'm not. But at a certain point, she will stop buying stuff for you, so you'll want to switch it so you get all the money. But, you know, let's check out that item that she got me. It is a Hyper Potion. Great, thanks, Mom. Whatever. There are also those 2 dolls that you can put on the table if you want to, but I don't want to. What else is there here? Whoa, okay, hi. I guess we're on Route 31 then. And we're heading into the Dark Cave, finally. So, where's my Flash Pokemon? There we go, Parasect. So, Parasect's Flash will light up the area. Now we can finally go in here. Hooray! We probably should have gone in here much earlier in the game, but we didn't have Flash then, and I didn't want to walk all the way back, because all that they really give you is a potion, and you have to surf through here, so it's a little better. You could also rock break that rock over there, and that one. Rock break really isn't useful in this game, because it was just a TM, so they really don't use it all that much. And this is a dead end, so really not much in this section of the Dark Cave. No new Pokemon either. It's weird because the new Pokemon in this area is split depending on where you enter it from. Wait a minute, am I going to teach one of my... excuse me. I'm teaching one of my Pokemon Rock Smash. I've been calling it Rock Break. I've been wrong. spore more. Anyways, so down here, rock looks breakable, rock smash, boom. That is one of the only times we will use rock smash in this entire game. Oh wait, no, here's the second time. Enjoy it. There we go. And the rock really doesn't break, it just disappears into nothingness. Just like anything else that dies in RPGs. There's a hidden elixir right there, so that's helpful. Elixirs, ethers, and stuff like that aren't really useful in these games. Hyper potion over here. Okay, I dropped something. It was my stapler. Just gonna put that down now. Okay. I was about to say something, but then we got interrupted, and it's completely random. Oh god. Hey look, it's another area of the dark cave. Where does this one lead? Route 46. So wait, does that mean that from once we get Surf, which is before Signwood, we could go through this area and get to Route 46 early? Well then again, Route 46 isn't really that big. Yeah, it's just that one patch of grass that leads to the level 2 Pokemon like Phanpy. So that really doesn't matter, never mind. They blocked it off Route 45. I thought you could go to Blackthorn early, but never mind. Or somewhere. Either way, this is the Route 45 entrance of the Dark Cave. And we are looking for a certain Pokemon, which is right here, the Dark Cave. For some reason, having it at night matters, even though it's dark all the time. And it's in a cave, so it wouldn't be able to tell the time of day. Either way, Wobbuffet, very defensive Pokemon. Very weird. Kinda gimmicky, I kinda like it, not really. It's okay, I guess. Psychic type, very defensive, as I said before. And its basic gimmick is that it uses the enemy's power against you. It uses your power against you. Basically, its attacks consist of Counter and Mirror Coat, which are two attacks that will send the damage that you do right back at you, sometimes doubled. I think Counter doubles the damage you do. So it can get pretty dangerous, especially with it being a defensive Pokemon and being able to take those hits to be able to do that. Although most of the time it will fail because sometimes your enemy will use a move that doesn't do damage. So it's really kind of useless. But we still need it to get to that big 251. On Route 46, we can find Skarmory. Skarmory is a very awesome Pokemon. I really like it. Just throwing that out there now. Steel Flying type, so it's another weird type setup, but it's still really cool looking. I wish that Skarmory would get an evolution or even a pre-evolution. It's one of those Pokemon that I wish it would. They have the big Afro bull in the 5th generation. I forget his name, but it's the bull with the giant afro. I thought that was an evolved form of Tauros, and disappointingly, it's not. There was also the big, like, sort of pink heart-shaped fish thing with giant fins coming out of either side. And I thought that was an evolved form of Love-Disc, and it wasn't, so I was disappointed. But, yeah, Skarmory can be kind of difficult to catch. But, yeah, see, it's one of those Pokemon that even in Red and even asleep, it could still possibly break out. So, but it's still really cool, high level, pretty powerful Pokemon. And it's pretty good for competitive battling because it has that flying type, so it won't be affected by one of its weaknesses being ground. Well, one of its should be weaknesses being steel type. And it can also lay down spikes and stuff. And we're continuously trying because we must. So, yeah. We bought even more Ultra Balls, so I now have 93 of them. That should be helpful. If the Pokemon wouldn't break out of the Pokeball. So yeah, this is my longest episode to date. Looking at it, we're almost about to hit the 20-minute mark. So, if you made it this far, good job. Congratulations, I don't know. You've gone through my idiocy for 20 plus minutes now. I had one thing to talk about, but the episode is almost done. and I don't want to risk it, so I'll mention it some other time when there's not as important stuff. But now, we have Skarmory, and I think with that, the part will end. Yeah, people used to use its wings as swords, so